back to Cynthia Mumbo, founder and CEO of Sports Africa Connect. Sports Connect Africa. Yeah. Well, sorry, Sports Connect Africa, Cynthia Mumbo. And let's now talk about specifically the Vikapu Elite Basketball Camp. What is it about?
So basically, the Vikapu Elite Basketball Camp is a basketball program that we're running for kids between the age of 8 and 18. We're running it at Makini School, and we're very thankful to Makini School who have, given us the leeway to work with them in their facility. The idea is to train young kids. There was a research that was done by the NBA actually, and the second most participated sport in Kenya after football is actually basketball. Please note I said participated, not popular.
Popular, yeah.
Yes, marketing language.
But how is that?
Because it's one of the most accessible games. All you need is a rim somewhere and a ball. You don't need a football field. You don't need a big field and stuff. So kids do play basketball. If you go to high school, you'll find tons. In fact, I think during the high school games, basketball is one of the most popular, if not the most popular.
I think even if you go to churches.
If you go to churches, there's basketball going on. If you go to estates, kids are playing basketball.
But how is it then, Cynthia? Because I know you've been in basketball and you're very passionate about things that go wrong and things that go right in basketball in general, not just for developing players, but also for established players, the league and everything. So then, if basketball is that popular, why is it that no one gets to really hear about basketball as louder as it should?
Well, I guess it's possibly because the people who are in charge of basketball are not necessarily pushing basketball. I mean, we've had an interaction, and that's why I'm here today, because I understand the value of Kenyans getting to know that there's Vikapu Elite Basketball. If whoever is in office doesn't understand that basketball is about getting people to know that the sport is there and the consistency of that. So it's not just Vikapu Elite is here today and then, after 6 months, nobody knows what's going on.
So in short, what I gather is that you're using Vikapu Elite Basketball to impact basketball in your own way, from your own corner.
Exactly, from my own corner. I feel that there's a lot of opportunity for young people. Actually, as we speak, we're partnering with an organization called Lakeside Development, and we're getting 3 kids from this particular period to get scholarships to Japan. So the idea is to, empower the young people out there. So we're not just training on basketball, we're training on life skills, because we realize that, parents are busy, and kids are probably not getting the same kind of, discussions in terms of how we can connect them to what life is all about. So we said, just beyond basketball, we want to train young people on, life skills development and empower them as young people that go back into society and live the right way.
And how many participants do you have so far in the Vikapu Elite Basketball Camp?
So I love this statement that, start where you are with what you have. So we started on Monday with 4 kids.
Wow. That's discouraging. Okay,
no,
well,
it's
not really, but for kids,
We started with 4 kids. We had 15 by Friday.
Wow.
Yeah, so I'm totally encouraged. I believe this next week is going to be absolutely awesome. The idea is to start, and we've started, and we've got amazing partnerships across Africa. We've got amazing partnerships across the globe. So we're hoping that what we do will be able to encourage kids to get into basketball, and we can empower them and grow them going forward. The one thing that I didn't mention is that Sports Connect Africa is currently, running the basketball operations for the junior NBA basketball. So we want to be able to, get the kids who might not necessarily be part of the Junior NBA League to come to Vikapu. And when Junior NBA is not running as well, we would be able to get the kids who are not, who are within Junior NBA to run within the Vikapu Elite Basketball Camp.
And I do understand that Vikapu Elite Basketball Camp, has kids from the ages of 8 all the way to 18.
Yes.
So are you only working with established players or are starters or people kids who've never been to a basketball court? Are they also welcome to the camp?
Everybody is welcome to the camp, and as long as you have the heart to play, as long as you have the heart to learn. So we've got amazing coaches who are training the kids, and we're, the good thing about the coaches is that they understand. They know their job. My work is to sell the business, but they know, they have been able to group the young kids who are not capable of playing, the ones who are talented, and then we've broken them down to age groups. So 8 to 12 play together, and then 8 to 13 play together, and then 14 to 18 train together.
Anything that has been outstanding over that 1 week in terms of players who've turned up? And by the way, on Thursday when someone came to cover, I think the number of girls in the camp was, very low as compared to the boys.
Thanks to what you shared on Thursday, we had at least 6 girls by the end. So I'm very, very proud of 2 girls. The 2 girls, they were actually the first ones to register. So girls, big on you. There's a lot of interest from them. We had Ella. Ella is 9 years old. She's a little girl like this, but I have never seen energy like that. She's exceptionally, outgoing, and she really wants to learn. She's never played basketball in her life before. She's a swimmer, and, she's multi-talented. And she got onto that court, and she was dribbling on day 1 until the coaches were like, "Are you sure you've never played basketball?" And then there's another young lady called Stacy, and Stacy is absolutely brilliant. She's a sprinter. She plays basketball in school. And she also just came in and said, "You know what, the first thing she told us was that I'm too short, I don't think I can." And I said, you can do anything if you put your heart to it. And right now, we actually expected her to possibly leave on the second day, but she said, I'm going to be here throughout, and I want to be able to, learn basketball, so when I get back to school, I'm the star.
So for parents who are interested in having their kids come to Vikapu Elite Basketball Camp, how do they contact you? How do they get into the camp?
Okay, so it's very simple. I'm very available on phone. My number is 0720-464757. I've learned that, when you get that personal touch with parents, it's extremely important. And they can also write to us on email, sports@sportsconnectafrica.com. Vikapu Elite is on Facebook, so you can actually register your kids, directly online. We have all our office numbers and my number there, so you can reach us very easily. But I advocate currently for them to call me personally on my number. So I'll say that again, 0720-464757.
And the very last question, Cynthia, the basketball managers in the country, if they're watching, I know some of them are watching, I know they're going to get the message. What's your message to them?
Well, they know I love basketball, and they know the opportunities that are there. I just pray that eventually they get to realize that basketball is, I know that they're doing what they can. But we need to get to a point where we realize that we can't do things ourselves. We have to be open to the possibilities that are out there. Partnerships make, us what we are. Let's get to listen to the new ideas, young ideas that are out there. Let's partner with businesses. I don't think my business personally, would work with the federation per se, because it would be conflict of interest. But let them open up to the other people who are out there who are saying that we're running sports and we're running sports business. I'd be willing to give my consultancy for free to get basketball to where it needs to be. Yes. So I totally believe that there's an opportunity there.
Thank you very much, Cynthia, for coming. And we do hope that more kids are going to turn up and acquire these skills, and for those who have the skills to probably polish up their skills. Cynthia Mumbo with us here in studio, letting us know and giving us details of the Vikapu Elite Basketball camp that is still ongoing at the Makini schools. But before we wrap up the show, I just want to also let you know or bring you to attention that the Kenya Women's Premier League finals or playoff finals are happening at the Camp Toyoyo, and the finals will have Thika Queens playing Vihiga Queens. We'll have details of that match. The results will be available in our subsequent bulletins. My name is Lynn Washira. Do have a very good afternoon. Enjoy the rest of your viewing. Keep it KTN News. Yvonne Okwara will be up next with News Center.